folks, and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. We're here in Wacky World and the beginner parks. This is the last of our beginner parks. Actually, we're taking a look at Rollercoaster Heaven. You are a successful business tycoon, of course I am, on a long sabbatical who desires to use the time to transform the city into a rollercoaster heaven. Money is no object. We have to have 10 different types of coasters operating in our park, each with a minimum length of 3,281 feet and an excitement rating of at least 7. Let's jump in and see what we have. All right, so we have a little park with lots of trees. Again, none of these trees fit the theme. I actually really love the buildings. I think they work really nicely with everything. So where's we own all this. Okay. We have a trolley system that is doing what? Why are there people? Okay. We have some problems. All right, we'll figure all this out. But basically, we're going to wipe out all is going to get nuked. As far as at least the trolley system, because does it go under? It doesn't go underground here. It does. Oh, it's terrible. Oh my god, it's oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 separate loops. They're all terrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's close this down first. Same with this one. Where's it at? There you are. Close that one down. So that's the San Francisco Eastern and Western lines. I can't delete them. And I can't do any construction on them. Awesome. Love when that happens. All right. I'm going to be a jerk here, and I'm just going to wipe out everything. I know I shouldn't, and I know it's going to look terrible for the outside edges of stuff, and it's not in the theme of what we're doing. I don't really care. I want to play the game, and I want to have fun, and all of that frustrates me to no end, so I'm just not playing the game with that. So we're just going to get rid of all of this. I think they're just really trying to showcase all of the things they built that they think are cool, but really aren't. And then we're going to get rid of a lot of pathing here, but we need to figure that out a little bit more here. So that's going to go there. That one's going to go there. That one is going to go there. Close, close, close. Okay. I think this is our last one that we need to shut down. That one's not right. That one's wrong. That one's right. Okay. So I'm okay with all of that. I don't feel bad one tiny little bit about getting rid of all of that stuff. Sorry, I just don't. It's just, I don't like it at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather not. Okay. So now we have the ability to go in. We can't remove the trees around the edge. That's fine. Do we have the ability to adjust land heights? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. We do not have the ability to influence any of our choices here as far as all of that goes. We have no money, so that's not a big deal. And let's take a look at our rides. Not a great selection. We already have all of the general rides. We've got a really nice selection of coasters. This one we can easily do. 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 Easy, 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 easy. A little more challenging, easy. I suck at building these, so not easy and not possible. All right. And a good selection of thrill rides as well, and a good selection of water rides. Heck yeah, we're gonna be in such good shape here. I'm really looking forward to this. But let's see what we need to do here. So we're going to build this pathway. Oh, we got actual colors here. Cool. We'll go in and do that. All right, I'm going to build this out like so. And that's going to be the first of many a loop that this park will exhibit. All right, so let me close this. And we're just going to move that over. Cool. Same with this. We're going to close that and scooch it on over. Oh boy, that's not the right one. All right. Then we can close this. Just going to realign everything. Did we not have a drink stall anywhere? All right, I'm just going to... Oh no. Do. Okay. For some reason, I thought the original one we had there was not the drink stall, but it was. All right, let me go in and start wiping out some of the paths. We get rid of that. Let's make these decisions a little easier for people. Where does that line come out at? All right, and we're just going to reduce these lines as quick as possible because this is a hot mess. I hate so much of it. Oh my gosh, this is why I don't understand why they did this. It's dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah, I'm sure you're not happy, my dude. Let's get you out to where there's a bathrooms to help you out. All right. Build a new carousel over here. I don't know why, but having a carousel is like the first ride in the park that we need to have. Just sounds very Rollercoaster Tycoon-y to me. Wait for a full load, all of that. Open it up. I know we still need to get the lines. Don't yell at me yet, game. I'll get there. Hold on. Do we have any fun coasters? It doesn't look like we do. Okay, so we're gonna start off with just building all of the crazy things. So this is gonna be our first one because it's easy to build and it's right here. We will have that turn in like so. Block break that bad boy up. This ride needs a big station because these trains are long, unfortunately. Oh, you can only do 5. Okay. Maybe it doesn't need as long of a lift or station as what I thought it did. Okay. All right, and I can't even go up that high because I need to leave space for this stuff. So I just need to see. All right, so I can be there. That's fine. All right. Boom. I really hate that I can't get rid of the tracks here. I'd actually rather have money and be able to remove things than not have money and not be able to remove things. That's highly frustrating to me. We're gonna slowly keep shutting down areas of this park to do what we hopefully want to do with it. And it's just a matter of getting people out of this park as well. Or out of the back areas that we just shouldn't have people in. They will eventually find their way out, but the sooner they could do that, better for everybody. So I'm spending a little bit of extra time here trying to remove some of this stuff so that they don't decide. There we go. Uh-oh. You fell on the train tracks. Problem. Emergency. All right, I'm going to leave that as is. This guy's going to get picked up. You're thirsty. Cool. We have stuff for that. All right, let's go back here and we're just going to remove all of this pathing. Because it's all unbelievably unnecessary. Somebody spent a lot of time figuring all this out. But what I'm happy about is we are slowly starting to claw it all back, which is what I want to do. Ever so slowly, we'll get this back to where it needs to be. And occasionally we're just going to have to help out some of our peeps to get them to where they need to be. All right, let's focus back on coasters because that's the whole point of what we're doing here. Actually, let's see if we can make this a little nicer here. Nope, do that. Bam, bam. Beautiful. And in theory, I should be throwing on like a mid-course break here. The problem is that I just can't because this route's not going to have enough steam to make it back to the station if I do that. So we'll have to just kind of have it do its thing coming in here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Throw our photo in there just for funsies. Actually, let's have it go up one more. Then we can throw the on-ride photo. Oh no. Oh no. We have to have it slash out of here. Bam. 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 All right, let's see what we got here. All right, and then I just need to figure out how to have this thing. Oh no, we don't. Oh, we do have trees there. I thought for a second we didn't have trees were a problem, but we definitely do. So we'll have our other block break here. All right. Hopefully that reaches the requirements. I don't know if it does or not, but I think it should. We'll find out, I guess. 3 trains. Can we get 3? Yeah. Speed that lift hill up as much as possible. No minimum wait time. We do have maximum 1. Let's test and see what we got there. I think it's going to be a pretty slow it's not even a hyper coaster. All right, so if we can get this one to its proper length, which I don't know if it's at, I think it is, but we'll see. But if I get it to the proper length, it's going to be 1 of 10. This is going to be an endurance run here. We got a lot to do. I mean, we have time and budget, so it's not a big deal if we spend a lot of time on this, but I like that this thing's still moving pretty quick. It's coming into the brake run at 40 something miles an hour. That's nice. Let's see what this does here. Sorry, I don't mean to be watching you, dude. There we go. Oh, it's way longer than it needs to be. Let's call it mellow yellow because I don't know. I'm not creative with names right now. I'm tired. Let's see what we got here. All right, so taking a look at our stats here. Let me. Oh, I don't even need a calculator for that. So the maximum wait time is actually going to be about 30 seconds. The minimum wait time is going to be like 24. Boom. Can open it up. Have all of that stuff that we need. Oh, yellow obviously needs a yellow line. There we go. Okay. So we got our first big coaster opened up. Slowly start moving some of these people, at least onto, get out of the fringes of places and get onto better spots. So we can clear stuff out easier. So we can at least get them away from the perimeter. It's easy to get them all onto the other pieces here. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm playing this the way that, I'm obviously not playing this the way that the game meant to be played, but I don't really care about that. I just want to play. And yeah, if I need to wipe out some stuff in order for that to happen, that's what we're going to do here. So we have you can come over here, you can come over here, and you can also come over here. This is what I'm looking for, is just to slowly start shutting down entire areas of this park so that nobody can go to them. All right, so we're closing down lots of this stuff. Yeah, man, that whole area is now closed out. That's exactly what I wanted. Two, three, four, five. Cool. 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 And cool. Not that button. Okay. This park has unbelievable amounts of security. Like excessive amounts of security. But we've cleared out a good half of this park so far. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm still really salty that I can't go through and do the other things that I want to do here, but that's okay. I love the way it just have tops of buildings existing. All right, so let's just start helping some of these guys along here. all of these, half of the people here are just from the, whatchamacallit. Our security guards. Security guard. Rando person. Now, this part kind of sucks. We're going to have some fun here real soon. It's going to take a little bit of work to get there, but we're going to have a lot of fun here in a sec. Just a matter of finding all of the people who are in all of the spots of this park. Got some handymen way out there for no good reason. Got a security guard out there for no good reason. Got a bunch of peeps out here. And a handyman. And another security guard, because this park is nothing without security guards. My goodness. All right. Looks like most of this area is now shut down, which is very good for us because we can start just wiping out big chunks of stuff here. This whole area is gone, so we can wipe all that out. These guys are starting to figure it out. Everybody but that security guard figured out this area. And I'm just trying to clear this up. We're going to build coasters and have some fun here. I promise. We will get there. It's just, we got to do a whole of the work. All right, but I think we're good now, so I can just turn on that. Start wiping out the rest of these areas here. All I really care about is our guests. You can go there. All right. We have all that stuff done. We don't have any known rides that we have yet, so let's take a look here. 3D Cinema, that sounds like a fantastic addition to this park. I'm building everything pretty tight to begin with here. We'll expand out in a little bit, but just to get started with, I'm going to do just keep it tight. Because while it looks like we have a lot of space, it's not that much space for 10 coasters. Ooh, put that too far. There we go. All right. I'm very happy with all of that. We've done the work we need to. We have so many people working in this park. It's ridiculous. All right, let's see what we can do. I just want to knock out the rest of these paths. So that one's going to get closed down. That one's going to get closed down. We'll leave that there for now. All right, that's all well and good. I could do an out and back wooden coaster. I can do a Giga coaster. No problem. Just run the same general gambit there, which I think is what I might try to do here. Or do I go the other side and do it there? First, let me rescue these security guards, because while they are not my favorite, I don't want them just wandering around aimlessly. All right. So got that. We can figure out exactly what we're doing here. That goes away. There we go. I think we've finally gotten rid of all of the original pathing that we had. And we're stuck with just a few knuckleheads walking around. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and build another coaster. Let's do an inverted coaster. So I have to remember the max. I know it's over 3,000. It's 3,281 feet. Okay. That's not a ridiculous goal. That's an achievable. That can be done. Okay, so let's take a look here. Bam, bam. Block breaks, baby. Station 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we only need 5. We have to change the colors. It can't be another yellow coaster right at the front of the park. Yeah, I like that. And I'm gonna do something I never do, which is get that started right away. Usually I wait too long and that's a problem. All right, we're up to 150 there. All right, so let's throw a large half loop on there. That looks better. All right, I'm happy with that setup there. We got the lift hill, it goes into a loop, then a reverse Immelman, and then right through the loop back up. We'll have that dive back on down here. Into a Cobra roll is my plan here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's a lower height, which is what I want. And then I can throw it in some brakes here. Block braked it up. Let's do that. We'll throw an honor photo if we can, maybe? Yep, we can do that. Okay, now I should be able to... No, I want to throw it up and out. There we go. So that was 1, 2, 3. Actually, let me angle that down a little bit. Because what I'm planning on doing is seeing if I can go underneath the lift hill right there. Lift hill, or the brake run was at 90. We haven't really done too much, so we haven't lost too much momentum in that area. I do want to just turn on the simulator and just see how we do with this. Because I'd like to throw in some more corkscrews here if I can. Because we're getting... maybe it won't work. Alright, does all of that quite lovely. Good. Good. I want to see what speeds it does through this lower half because it dives down quite a ways. Comes up here, which it does fine, and then it should be like a race to the end. It's definitely moving, but it's not like flying by. That. We have that. And that all should work in theory. All right, we have 3 trains. I'm just going to run 2, I think. Our park rating is stabilizing, which is good. We need some more bathrooms and all that stuff, but I need to make sure that our first coaster or our second coaster is 1, working, and 2, fits all of the rules that we need to have for this particular park. All right, so got that. 1. Cool. Well, we know it's going to make it all the way. I don't need to watch it do its thing here. I am curious if it clears this second brake run before. It looks like we could run 3 full trains and have it never stop, which is exciting. All right. Oh, we already got well over. All right. So we're just going to call this Nightmare. Mainly because it is kind of a dark and ominous looking coaster. And I think it fits with what it is there. Now the real question is, can I get it to go up here? All right, now we have our ratings on that. It's 1 minute and 41 seconds, so that's 101 seconds. So minimum wait time is going to be like 42. Maximum wait time is going to be 50. Open that bad boy up. And we have 2 of 10 done, folks. All right, let's knock out some other coasters here real fast. Well, let me add on some basic stuff here to support all of these rides real fast as well. Bam. We're going to front load this park a bit, and that's totally fine. Oh, that's such a killer feature. I don't know why that wasn't part of the original game. That's amazing. Well, I kind of know. I don't remember if I'm remembering this correct or not, but this game was based on machine code, not like actual code, but like it didn't have to compile at all. Normally, a computer program, you make the program, it compiles, and you kind of have it go from the coding language to what the computer, like actual ones and zeros binary, can understand. From my understanding, original Rollercoaster Tycoon was machine code based, so it didn't have to do any compiling. It just already spoke the language of the computer, which is wild to think of. And as such, it had some fun things going on with it. All right, so we have all of that there. We have 2 of our 10 coasters. Let's see, all research is complete. Oh, that's interesting. So we have 1 and 2. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a total of 13 coasters. That one cannot do it. This one, X is not long enough, and I don't know how to build those coasters properly, so I'm not really thrilled about that. Let's go ahead and get a corkscrew coaster in here and start building that out next, because why not? Six cars, that sounds good to me. Oops, we can't go into there because there's, a roller coaster in the way. So let's see if we can... It can totally exist underneath this, though, which is fun. And we could do that. This one can go in and do its block break. And then we could do our station. Followed by our left tilt. There we go. Heck yeah. And then we'll go in and do our other stuff here. I don't want to bring it down that low yet. So I can bring it down there and turn it immediately. Okay, that works. Can I do a wider turn? Nope. Okay. Actually, let's have it go there, turn out. There we go. Okay. All right, and I got to figure out what I want to do with this coaster as far as having it, I don't know, be meaningful. Right now, I'm just trying to take up some track length. I guess we're going to bring this up here, over, and then come down on that side. So I just need to be mindful of that. And we should be in good shape here. Do a little on-ride photo section there just for funsies. And we're just doing dipsy-doos. Let's go in here and take a look. I'm so bad at judging how far things need to go too. So I always run into problems where, like, I probably already built this longer than it needs to be, but at the same time, I also underestimate how long things need to be on a routine basis. So I don't know what I'm doing. I just need to figure out how to get this back to... Oh my gosh, look how slow it's going there. Okay, so we need to get this back to the station. All right, so that needs to go there. And we do have boosters if we really need. Let me get this part built out so I know what the heck I'm doing here. We got that. Okay, that's all I really needed for that. Where'd my ride heights go? Key, there we go. No, it has to go straight over. Okay, so we'll just do a little drop there. Maybe we'll do a little dip and dive there. Boom. Pretty sure this park hates me at this point, but let's see. We'll go over this way. Yeah, I know there's long lines. This one probably is the worst one. Yeah, 24 minutes, that's ridiculous. And this is getting a little tangled in there, but I think we'll be all right. There we go. Okay, we at least know what makes it based off of that track section. That can go there, that can go there. We'll keep 2 trains. Test it, get our results here. We call it corkscrew, even though it has no corkscrews. Oh no, it has one. I'm sorry. It does meet the corkscrew name by 1 ride. Let's go with something green. So we'll change the color of this ride to match that here in a moment. We're gonna call it Lake Monster. It's gonna be Chartreuse. I didn't know that was an actual color. I am not a smart person, but it's okay. All right, let's take a look here and see. Speed this bad boy up. Go do your thing. Yay, that ride. All right, it's 1 minute and 55 seconds. So yeah, 60 is the max. It's actually going to be more like 50 is the max and 48 is the min. It does all of the things we need to do. We'll open that up. And 3. All right, let's pay attention to a couple other things here. First off, we're going to need to get some food options scattered around this park, some bathroom options scattered around this park. So let's take a moment to do the work that needs to be done there. Fry stall. We don't have any other drinks? Okay. Only control so much, I suppose. Put my souvenir stall, or our first souvenir stall out there. And then we got this area here that will bump out. All right, I need to use the new option. I don't know if it's new or not, but it's new to me. My goodness, it's magic. Look at that. Look at that. It's just so good. Even if I'm off by one, does it let me remove stuff in big chunks? Nope. But that's okay. Lets me think about it at a minimum. All right, so I don't think there's any requirements that we make an actual functional amusement park here. And I know that I'm building inside of the bounds a little bit because I just want to make sure everything does what it's supposed to do. Chicken stall and more drinks. Out here we'll throw another bathroom. Drinks. Burgers. Now we're going to start spreading out a few other rides in places that it shouldn't impact us at all. So 5, so we're going up to 105. I already forget my numbers here. Launch zone, because I'm not a creative person. I think it was 47. It was 47. All right. Oh, I have to rearrange this a touch. Go, and let's rearrange that. Boom, boom, boom. Open that up. Cool. All right, I'm not worried about more stuff right now. All right, so we have 3 coasters done. We have so far to go. All right, let's get the wooden coaster in here next. I'm just going to start going through the list and knocking them out. This ride we're going to close. I'm done with it. I don't want it anymore. And then we're just going to throw on a do not enter sign there. That's going to open up a lot of land, but I want to try to get something closer because we need to, right now we have, well, maybe we go with a Giga that goes on the outside of the park here. Maybe that's the next play that we look at. So we'll see what that brings us here in a moment. All right, so where do we want to put this Giga? The only problem we have is the station here is going to be a pain in our butts. Gigas require monster stations as well. 6. Ideally, I'd like 9 to 8. Okay, that's going to be what it is. Obviously, this is going to be the pinnacle of the park. So we'll do that. What do you mean it's not owned by us? How is that not owned by us? It's in our land. That doesn't make any sense. All right, let's do that. All right, we got that. Nice. Fine. Okay, that's going to be where we run into the problem. Okay, so we can do that. Oh, that's not a problem at all. I was worried about nothing. Pulling some brakes there. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see here. What can I do? Oh, it went up on there. My bad. Okay, so we're going to do that. Very annoyed right now. This coaster is not going the way I wanted it to. So we'll drop it down here. Hopefully I can turn it. I'm just going to run another stuff. Awesome. So instead of doing that, we're just going to have it go out here. What's the height of this? Is that 5? Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, just needs to come over one more. Oh, no, we can do that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Block break it up. And a couple other breaks. All right, then we're just in line with that, which we are 1 off from there. That's a good problem because all we have to do is lengthen that. Okay. 2 trains, not 4. That's ridiculous. Why is everything yellow, by the way? I'm going Millennium Force hardcore on this one. Not quite the same, but we can go yellow trains. That's fine. Call it electric blue because I'm not creative. We'll go from there. All right, all that's looking good. I love that it goes under that building. Well, what's left of it. And let's see what it finishes up the ride with here. Everybody seems to be digging all the rides here. That one's a little bit long in the tooth as far as line goes, but that's okay. I could put another train on there if I wanted to, but I don't want to. All right, and oh wow, that killed it. 6,000 feet. That's over a mile of track. My God. Okay. Minute 38 seconds. So about every 45. And wait time's gonna be 40. Wait for a full load. Open that bad boy up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's get rid of this. So I think we're almost out of the low-hanging fruit. And what I mean by that is easier rides. Like the Hyper Twister coaster and the Gigas coaster, not a big deal. I do need to see if this one has other cars with it. Oh, cool. Okay, we're golden. All right, so we just need to start building out some of this other stuff here. Where do I want to put this? Although we still are real tight on space, so I need to be a little careful here. This coaster at least can be really compact. So that's an advantage for us. 7 and 8. There we go. That's what I wanted. No. I don't want to delete things. I want to go back here and add on a block break. And pop that out so it's going somewhere. I don't know where that somewhere is, but it's going somewhere. All right, let's go in. Build this out here. Turn. Let me set this thing up here so that I can test it while we're building. I don't do that because it's not part of the original game usually. But this one we want to speed some things up and just have it, go beyond, so. We have bigger. run that right into brakes. I know that's a terrible thing when you're looking for track length to make a coaster have brakes, but it also helps the operation. I know people are complaining about the length of lines. It's only one coaster that they're really complaining about. Alright, and the whole point of this coaster right now is to remain as compact as humanly possible. I don't really want it to be part of our main lineup of attractions. It's just a supporting cast coaster, if that makes sense. So I'll throw an on-ride photo section. And I know I'm building stuff that's not part of the original game right now. I don't care. I just want to win the level and hopefully satisfy some basic requirements that we need here. Alright, so I got that. I can have that. I can't have it dive down there. Alright, let's do... Actually, let's have it come up to 15, because then I can do a curved drop. That, bam. I guess we'll go the other way, because I ran out of space with the path there. Got that. We'll drop this into there. Not thrilled with that, but it will do. And then we can run it into brakes and block brakes and all the fun things that make the coasters go. Right, block brake, set 9, and then we'll finish up with some regular brakes. Boom, boom, boom. We'll see what that holds for us. Again, I'm not going to stress this thing out. We're going to go 2 trains. We'll test it and see what happens. And we're going to grab our... No, we're going to fire you. And we're going to fire you. We're going to hire a new entertainer. That's going to go over here and keep all these people happy. Alright, so let's take a look at train 1 on whatever we're going to call this. It is fun when you come into the park. You have a giant Cobra roll sitting in front of you. That's doing its thing. I just need to see how long it is, because I feel like I went too far again, but who knows? Maybe I didn't. 3,281. Is that what we have here? 3,281. Okay, that's all I really care about. And we're well over that. Okay, cool. I'm just going to call it, oh no. We're going to call it Old Iron. We're going to make it kind of that rusty kind of color, that dark orange. Yellow there, black there, silver there. Cool. It's a minute and 41, so that's 100. 48 there. 42 there. Wait for full load. Open it up. There we are. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think we're going to call it a day with that one. We still have roughly half the park. We need to build a few more coasters, another 5 coasters here on our quest to 10. But that's where we're at with Roller Coaster Heaven. We'll get there. Just a matter of time, and I don't want to bore you with a 2-hour long video. We've already gone long enough for this one, and we'll pick it up next time. Folks, thanks for joining me. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.